Welcome, Middle School Math Made Easy, Simple Visual Math. Today we're going to continue with middle school topics, and we are going to go over how to plot points. Plotting points is a very important skill, a very important math skill. It's a basic math skill that you will use for the rest of your years learning math. So it is very important to know how to plot points and to write coordinates and the opposite, which we'll do in a different video. So in this video, we're going to focus on plotting points, and I'm going to demonstrate the way that I teach how to plot points. If you like visuals and step-by-step guides and want more videos like this, please don't forget to click the links below. You can get worksheets on different middle school topics, unique worksheets that have supports, visuals, step-by-step guides on Amazon, Teacher Pay Teacher. Follow me on Pinterest. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. So let's jump right in. Here we have our coordinate plane. It is important when you are plotting that you know that this vertical axis up and down is the y-axis. So these numbers here are the y values. And then the horizontal, left to right or right to left, is the x-axis, the x numbers. It is also very important when you're plotting the points, and I wrote this here to remind students, but you need to memorize it, that the first number in the point that they want you to plot is the x value. And the second number is the y value. So just like in the ABC, x, y, z, x comes first. So also here, x is first and then the y. And just like you see the x here, x is 3. So then we're going to deal with the x-axis when we're working with the x value. And y is 4. So we're going to work with the y-axis when y is 4. So just like here, you see 2 4s. You see a 4 here and a 4 here. This confuses some students. Which one do I go to? Well, they are different. This 4 is the y value, and this 4 is the x value because it's on the x-axis. So when we're plotting points, if we know we're dealing with a y value, like here the y value is 4, then you're working with the y, 4 on the y. And if you're dealing with the x-axis, then you're going to the x-axis. That's something to keep in mind because order does matter. Students get confused with that. But think of your address wherever you live, whether it's a name or a number. Let's say a person lives at 171 Smith Street. Well, if I take, that's not even a good idea to use. A good idea because I can change the number and have the same thing. Okay, so let's say they live by 623 Smith Avenue. If I switch the order and I write the 3 first, then the 2, and then the 6, it is not the same. They are not equal. So you can't just switch the orders. The same thing here. These points represent, think of it as like an address. Imagine you're somewhere and you want your guardians to pick you up. Let's say you were over here. So this is the address where you were located. You can't just switch the numbers. Then nobody will know where to pick you up. The numbers, the order is important. And here, the order, the first one is the x, second is the y. So we're going to use it when we plot points. People usually say to start at 0, where the x and the y meet. This is the x, this is the y. Where they meet, this is 0 is called the origin, 0, 0. And some people say to start at 0, and I did write it here, but I'm not actually going to put anything by the 0. I'm just going to, you don't even really need to start by the 0. You can really start by the first value. So we're going to go to the x value, and we're going to look at it. And we're going to go right or left, depending on what the number is. So here, x is 3. So I want to point out something that I see students do. I see students going to this 3. So let me use different colors for this. So here I have a blue 3 that I circled, and I have a purple 3. Which 3 do I go to? Because I see I set the start at 3. So I see students making this error. They don't know which 3 to go to, and then they go to this 3 here. Now that is wrong. How do I know which 3 to go to? Well, I use the label. Here, in my point, and I wrote this down so you remember, that this 3 is the x value. So I'm going to the 3 on the x, which is right here. I'm just going to make a little point here. So this is my 3 right over here. But I'm not going to plot my point here. Okay, I'm just going to point over here because I'm not done plotting. But I first need to go to the 3. And I know I have to go to this one because this is at the x-axis. And I'm working with the 3 for x. I'm not going to this 3. Because I'm not working with the y here. Here the x is 3. Now it says the y is 4. So now I need to stay over here in this spot here not this exact spot, but in this line is all these points here on this line would be x equal to 3. We'll think of this as the x equal 3 line. So I have to move so that x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 4. So I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have to plot my point right here. Y over here, because here, if I look to the side, y is 4. Now, you're not always going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4 because it depends. Sometimes the graph will go by 2s or by 3s or whatever it goes by. So you just want to make sure that when you go up to the 4, that however many you're counting, it matches that y is 4 and x is 3. You can see here, I can check my work. Let me erase everything that I did. So I can check. It's always important to check to make sure you plotted the point correctly. And there's an easy way to check. You can take your pencil, go down to the x. Sometimes you're not going to go down. Wherever it is, you bring your, you take from your point to the pencil. You make a line down or right, left, wherever it is, to hit the x-axis, quote-unquote hit. And you see, does it hit it by 3? X equal 3? Yes, it does. So I plotted that part correctly. And now we have to go to see where will my point hit the y. I can't go this way and hit the y. That's never going to hit the y-axis. So the x, if I want to go from my point to the y-axis to check if I have y equals to 4, then I have to go this direction. And I see that it hits it at y equals 4. So yes, this is the correct way to plot the point 3, 4. And if you mix up the numbers and the order of the numbers, then it will be a different place in the graph, a different quote-unquote address. So you have to be very careful and make sure you're plotting it correctly. I first go to the 3 on the x, and then I go up to the 4. Now, you're not always going to go up, because if it's negative, then you have to go down to the negatives. So you have to be careful and keep looking to see where you should plot it. Let me erase this and fix this. Another thing to note that's important to note here is that you want to make sure you're plotting it where the lines meet. What I mean by that is, this is where you plot it. You don't plot it in the middle where the boxes meet, because that is in between the two whole numbers are decimals, fractions, like if it was 3.5 or 3.5, so, or 3.6, whatever it is. I'm going to work with only whole numbers at the beginning, so you have to get very good at plotting whole numbers first. Okay, I see this video is way too long. I am going to stop here and make another video for other plotting with negative numbers and in other quadrants, other parts of the coordinate plane. I hope this was helpful for you. And please check out my other videos and check out my worksheets on Amazon. Teachers Pay Teachers. Follow me on Pinterest. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. I have linked other videos from middle school math topics with visuals and step-by-step guides. Please check them out. Thank you.